Hello everybody, I wanted to get one more video out before Christmas. This is one that you can do with some of the packing peanuts that you might get in with your shipments. I'm showing you how to make little crinkly pieces with these. I tear each one in half, but I will tell you it actually comes out better if you use scissors and cut them in half. You get a cleaner look. So you do. I had probably, it was a small box, like a 5x7 size box, and it was 3/4 full, and I made a decent amount of fake popcorn with it. Here I'm showing you where I painted it, put a little bit of brown and gold and stuff on it, and then I strung it on some dental floss because it's a little bit stronger. And here you go. That's what it looks like on the tree. It covered that entire tree I had. I'm moving along. Project number 2. We're going to make a snowman necklace. Now, several years ago, I made one of these with my son, and he did most of the project himself. I did help with the hot glue part and the jewelry part of the project. So what you need is like some chain. I got this from Walmart with some links to hook onto it. These balls you can get for $1 from Dollar General, and I used the clear ones and some of this fake snow stuff. You can pack that, put the fake snow inside of the ball, put the lid back on it, the top of the ornament, put it back on there, and we're going to take the back side of the paintbrush and dot some eyes on it, make a carrot nose, and dot on the mouth. Now in a little bit when I show you, I'll make a hat, and I make that out of a one of those cheap knit gloves that you can get. Just cut one of the fingers off and stretch it a little bit and it'll roll, and then glue the roll down so that it doesn't keep fraying. Once you do the project, you'll see what I mean, and why you would need to do that. But be really careful because you don't want to get the hot glue through the knit glove and onto your fingers, because that will burn. That part of the project you would probably be best to help your kids with and do that yourself. But they can definitely paint on the eyes and nose and stuff. My son did it several years ago when he was a little boy, and his came out real nice, and I actually still wear it. So he put his name on the back of it real small, and it's real cute. And the mouth comes out better actually if you start with the dot right under the nose first and work your way out. That way it ends up more even. See how cute that is? And then when I glue the cap on, I leave the little hook part that you would put your Christmas wire loop on. I leave that in there, but then I pull it out after it's dry before I put the hat on. See, when I put the hat on, I pulled that out. It was just easier to hold on to it while the glue was drying. And then you put a loop, one of those little loops that go with jewelry kits. You put that through the hat, and then string your necklace chain through it. And I make the chain long enough so that you don't have to unhook it over and over. You can just put it over your head. And I also put a little pom-pom on the end of that hat. This is project number 3. This one I love. This was super fun. What I did is I took a couple clippings of jute twine, and I pulled it all apart. That's what you see me doing here. And then I lay it all flat, and I'll use a little comb here in a second to comb it all out so that it's nice and neat. And this is some cheap Dollar Tree wire out of their the section where it has air fresheners and that kind of thing. You get like the black wire and the red wire in one pack. It's real flexible, so that works really good for this project. I cut off probably, I don't know, 6-inch piece, because you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to take the string that you separated. Okay, I'm going to twist it at the end here, put a little stick in there so it makes it easier to twist. I twist it probably 6 or 8 times. And this will be the trunk of my tree here in a minute. And then you're going to lay the strings in between those wires. You'll see what I do. Okay, and spread them out. like that. Okay, and then I'm going to twist that wire again at the top of the strings. Okay, and then I'm going to hook another piece of stick on there, and I'm going to keep twisting. And what I do is I twist until I pull on those fibers, and they don't pull out from in between the twisted wire. And then I know I've twisted enough. And then every once in a while I do take that comb and I comb out those bristles, because you kind of want them all separated and going in every direction. And then you take your sticks out. Okay, and you cut your wire off. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start trimming up with your scissors. You're going to trim those hairs into the shape of a Christmas tree. And it makes a bottle brush tree. But we're making a really, really tiny one. So, and then, excuse me, I've had this cough for weeks. It's getting ridiculous. But anyway, what I do is I'm going to take, you know, those little bottles that you get from Dollar Tree that have little corks in top. We're going to make this tree fit down inside of that, and we're going to put some snow in it. And it's going to be like you're wearing a little Christmas tree around your neck, or you could not make it look like a Christmas tree, and you could just have it be a pine tree and wear it for winter, which is cute. I'm taking some really watered down green paint and painting it. I don't know, that was really wild there, you know, but I edited this video like way down so that it was like 3 hours, and now it's like, you know, less than 20 minutes. So, you know, I'm sorry. I'm putting some hot glue down in there, and then I sprinkle some glassy type glitter down in there so that it looks like snow. Fitting it down in there. And this is going to be a little present. I work with a guy named Fred. He's a good friend, and he has a granddaughter, and her name is Ava Ani. And this is going to be a present for her because I hear that she really likes crafting and that she's been good this year. And, you know, Santa's going to be good to her, so I thought I'd be good to her too. You know, every kid deserves to have a little extra special when they're well behaved, and Jonathan, her brother, has been well behaved too. So I hope that they get everything that they want for Christmas. And over here on the side, I'm showing you what it looks like in front of a bottle brush tree that I bought, and I'm going to put it in this little bag for Ava so that Fred can give it to her, and I hope she gets all the things that she wants for Christmas this year. I hope you like that project. Now, this one right here, this is a fun project too, and kids can do this. This is a great project for kids, actually. So, here's a couple different pieces of felt. Excuse me. And what I did is, let's see, I'm getting my tools all organized. Scissors, you know, my hot glue gun. Pretty much need your hot glue gun for all these projects. But, if you've ever made those cinnamon ornaments, cinnamon applesauce ornaments, that's what we're doing here. And I made some gingerbread men, and I had a lot of stuff left over, the materials that I was making it with, left over after. So I made them into these like ball teardrop shapes. And then I'm like, oh, I could make mice out of these. So I made little spots for their ears and their eyes, and a little dot on the end for their nose. You can see back there in the background. And I cut out some shapes of for the ears out of the gray felt and pink felt, and stuffed that down in their ear hole, glued it down in there. And here, this is my favorite part. I cut the pink out and put a little piece of that wire that I was using earlier, put it in between so that I'd make this little tail bendable, and then just twist that felt up around that wire and hot glue it. And I'm telling you, this comes out looking just like a real mouse tail. It's kind of awesome. And then glue it into his little tail hole that you made, and stuff it in there with a little skewer. You'll see. And then I did a little bit of black glitter in the little eye holes, and these come out really, really cute. At the end, I add a little video of a whole bunch of them that I have together. But see, that's what they look like. They're real cute. And they smell phenomenal. If you've ever made those cinnamon ornaments, you know that when you're like making them that they smell really good. And what I did is after I made them, I put the materials in the oven for like 2 hours at like 200 degrees, and it made the whole house smell really good. Here we go. I think this is project number 4. This one's really easy too. And I have these old black leather gloves. Sometimes you can go to Salvation Army and they'll have mismatched gloves, and you can pick those up for next to nothing. I think I got a pair once. They didn't match and they were together, and I got them for like 25 cents. So So I took 3 pieces of cardboard there. I put 1 piece in between, a longer piece, and then I don't show it, but I'm just making a pom-pom. I wrapped that yarn around that cardboard about 100 times. That gets a really fluffy pom-pom. And then you tie that piece that you put in the middle, you tie it really tight and cut it all off after to match. And then you keep trimming up your pieces to get a nice even ball. And see, I'm showing you here, I had some of the scraps. So I cut a piece of oval felt and I glued a bunch of the little scraps on there and glued one of the faces that I made out of the glove. I glued it to that and put a pin back on it and some little string legs. And he's super cute. You can wear him on your jacket if you like to wear pins, which I do. So I think he's really cute. See, that doesn't have to be for Christmas. That can just be any time of the year. But I'm going to throw the rest of this away because I just wanted to show you that you could use your scraps for that. You could also glue that onto one of your bottle brush trees if you wanted to make it look like it was covered in snow. Huh, I'm talking so fast. But anyway, okay, so I cut my faces out of my leather glove, and then I'm going to show you, I like this, this paint, you know, these enamel paints, and I just take my skewer and dip it down in there and make some little ovals on that out of white, and then later on I go back and do little black circles in the middle of that so his eyes are cute. So I set that aside, and then if you take some like you know, black and white string or red and white string, I tie that and then I hook it on, you'll see it in a minute, I hook that on the top of the sheep that we're making so that there's a little hanger. And then I'm cleaning off my skewer so that it's still pointy so I can use it to dip the black. If it's not pointy, it's not going to work right. So I left that in the video so you could see. So here I'm going to do the black in the middle of the eyes. And then what I do is I'll talk about it before I do it so you can see, because I don't really show it real good, but what I take is some, what I do is take some jute right here, and I tie little knots on the end of it. They're probably about 4 inches long. You can make them however long you want. Once you try it, you'll see what I mean. These are going to be the legs for the sheep, and I'm folding them in half, and then I'm putting a little bit of glue on it to make that fold stay in that position. So if you wait a second, you don't have to worry about burning your fingers. It'll be sticky, but it won't be hot. So then I like make sure it's going to stay. And then I separate the fibers of the pom-pom that we made, and I stuff it up in there. One in the front, one in the back to make the legs for the front and back. See, separating it. Stick your hot glue up in there. Stick your legs. I do it a couple different ways. One of the sheep I just dipped the legs at the bottom. I dipped them in a little bit of black paint. And then this one, I did little knots on it, so the knots would look like the feet. But it's super easy. This is a great project for kids to do. Like I said, doesn't have to be for Christmas, but they make cute little Christmas ornaments too. You'll see here in a minute, I do put a Christmas hat or a Santa hat on one of them, made out of one of those red knit gloves. You can get those red knit gloves anywhere. Walmart. I think they sell them at Dollar Tree. They sell them at Dollar General. The pack I got, I think I picked up at Dollar General when I was there. I'm spreading that glue around. My eyes are still a little bit wet, so I'm being careful. And then see the little hanger at the top that I put on it? And I'll show you what they look like on my tree here in a little bit too. But see, there it is. Super, super, super cute. I love these. This would be a great project to do with like some daycare kids. Like I said, if you're looking for projects to do with your kids over Christmas break while they're out of school, this is a fun one. See, there he is with a little Christmas hat on, and this one is one of the ones I did with the feet black at the bottom. It's just, you know, depends on how you want to do it. And that one I did with some tan yarn, and then I made the legs a lot shorter. But see there, I'm showing you the black ones. But this was a good project. Here's what they look like when they're hanging on my tree. But, you know, I think they'd look cute hanging on my doorknobs of my china cabinet when Christmas is over, too. I love sheep when they still have all their wool. I think they're so funny. and you see them at the fair, they're crazy. And this is just a throw-in project. I bought one of those markers that you can get that you use with a heat gun, and it wood burns on your wood. And now that I've used it, I'm gonna have lots of other projects I want to do. But we've lived in lots of different states and been to lots of different states. So I thought I would make for my husband for his music area, because he likes to use coasters over in that area. I thought I would make him some coasters with all the different states that we've lived in. I'm figuring out how to use this thing. It takes me a minute because it's brand new. It takes a while to get the liquid down there. And see, when it comes out on the wood, originally I started to just wood burn these, but you know, now I would just trace the whole thing out with this marker. But so I filled in all of the spots where I drew out the states on these coasters, these wood circles. And now I'm using my heat gun. I've had this heat gun for like dog's age, like long time. Oh my goodness. I think I only had one kid when I got this heat gun. That's a long time. She's in her 20s. So anyway, I just keep going at it, and then I go back and touch up a little bit, and then you'll see it get a little bit darker when I go back with the heat gun here in a minute. And then I do take afterwards, I take some clear and dark wax and go around the outside of these, because I feel like the contrast is a little bit more than what I would like. So I stain them a little bit darker, and then I glue them down to some felt, and I cut around the circles and make the bottom of them felt so they won't like scrape on the table or anything after. So you'll see the process. So I'm kind of out of the frame here, but you know, you can still kind of see what I'm doing. See how it came out a lot darker for those states. You know, I think the West Virginia one's pretty cool. Maybe I'll send my mom and dad some that have West Virginia on them. People who are from West Virginia like them some West Virginia. It's almost like Texas. So I'm just getting them all finished, and then I'm going to glue them down to that brown piece of felt, and then I cut it out, and they're real cute. This is like a really easy project, I'm telling you. If you've never tried one of those heat markers, wood burning markers, I recommend it. I can't wait to do our cutting board. I'm going to do some stencils and stuff with my Cricut, and go back and do some of that on my cutting board for the kitchen. But there's my stack. And you can get those wood circles really cheap at like Walmart. I think even Dollar Tree has them, but that's what that looked like. And here at the end, I wanted to add in my little clip of my mice on my table in the living room. I think they're really cute. I hope when my daughter comes over for Christmas Eve, I hope she thinks that they're cute too. And I hope everybody has a really nice Christmas, and maybe you'll try these projects out over Christmas break with your kids. You know, like I said, mice don't have to be a Christmas thing. They can be an any time of year thing, and so can sheep. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Bye.